Hello guys, this is the New Blood Dan, here with you another tutorial on how to make a superhero or Spider-Man pattern. And today we're going to talk about texturing. Now there is, the traditional way of, making a texture where you make you get a high-res image, which is recommended, because if you get a small res image and try to put it on a big, image file like a soup pattern, it's not going to look right. So get a large texture image of sorts, and what people, what some people normally do is try to make a copy of like this and try to match it up, use the arrow keys and try to get it in the right position, but sometimes they'll mess up and it may not be accurate, or it's just a pain in the neck. So like myself, so I came up with an interesting way of how to fix that. What I did was, for this image anyway, I ignored these edges because these edges don't really match up with the consistency of this. Is that I took like a selection between a brick, like so, kind of like between here and between here. Kind of worked my way through up and down, left and right, and created basically an image like this. Now it looks like a fancy H, but wrong layer. But if you put it like on top of this, it's part of, roughly, it's in the format of this brick pattern. And the reason why I did this is because when you make a copy of this, it'll snap right into place, like up and down, left and right. So if I merge that down, copy, and then do it like this, snaps right into place. Like, cause you know how Photoshop, if you put like a square image, put in the corner, how it like snaps in. Well, basically the same principles apply. So basically, you can make this as big as you want, and it'll take you no time at all. And then, once you have a good size texturing, I'm going to use this as an example because I don't want to spend a few minutes making it, larger. Copy or cut from whatever you're, choosing whatever image you're using. Now this pattern is a Sam Raimi template pattern that I use the brush tool to stroke all the vectors, and if you zoom in it'll look a lot better, and you just hit paste. Now if you look at reference shots of like Spider-Man's mask, you can try to reposition, like if you transform, hold the shift key, go up or down, make it smaller because you don't want to make it up, make it larger because otherwise it'll pixelate. But if you try to make it smaller to try to make it movie accurate in terms of the size of the brick pattern or whatever pattern, whatever texturing you're using, make the image. It's good to have the image larger than if it was too small. And that basically applies to many things with image editing. So transform, you hold the shift key so everything stays in ratio with itself. And I'm just gonna do this random. It's probably not gonna be accurate, but I'm gonna do this random and then apply. Now when you do this, sometimes what happens is that the white part of the image, or like whatever texturing you're using, the background image shows. And with white, you can easily fix that by going to here, having the layer, the textured layer selected, and going to multiply. And obviously didn't do anything because the white part's already gone. But if the white part wasn't, you could use that tool and it'll just get rid of it really quick. So, and once you have that there, you make multiple copies, and it'll snap right in. Pay attention to where, like, you'll know when it snaps in, like that. So, and do that, and then once you do that, obviously it looks like it's a bit crowded, so what I do is, if this, area was all colored and everything, go to, oh yeah, you go to this, and what I usually do is make it 50%. We've got to change something. Merge that down. What I do is I usually make it 50% because I think you get, obviously you use this, to your liking, because I don't know what recommended number to use, but I just use whatever looks right to me. So, and once you do that, texture the areas you want, whether it's any part of the suit pattern. Yeah, so hopefully this tutorial helped you how to figure out how to make texturing a lot easier, and how to not have any problems like what some people encountered when doing this is that when they made a duplicate layer, if I zoom in, that this part, let me try something. What most people had trouble issues with is that they had issues where they had problems like this, and they obviously you don't want that unless it's like the center of the center of like the mask, and it has that based upon reference pictures or the design you want to make. So that's what people have encountered when trying to texture. But yeah, so hopefully this tutorial will help you prevent that, and making the texturing, like multiplying it to like the size, like the whole pattern, a lot quicker and easier. So comment, like, or dislike if you want, and tell me what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.